We are your home theater and AV questions answered. This is AVRant. Want your home theater or AV question answered by Tom and Rob? Send it to question@avrant.com.
Jefferson G has sent us a picture. Jefferson's wife wanted a Chromecast for a new TV in her office. That's cool. So he gave her his Generation 1 Chromecast and bought a Chromecast Ultra for his theater. He tried to set up the Chromecast Ultra, but he's getting either an error message, which reads, "This content cannot be displayed because your TV does not support HDCP 2.2, or a blinking orange light on the Chromecast itself when switched to the Chromecast input on his Marantz AV7702 Mark II preamp. He tried connecting it to a different TV and had no problems. He's tried a hard reset on the Chromecast, but the problem persists. Is there some setting he needs to change on the Marantz or the projector of BenQ W1070?
Right, so the BenQ W1070 is a 1080p projector. It does not have HDCP 2.2. So what essentially is happening is the Chromecast Ultra, which is a 4K, including HDR, output device, is saying, if I'm going to output 4K, I've got to have HDCP 2.2. And of course, the BenQ 1070 doesn't have that. Now, if you were to take the Chromecast Ultra and plug it straight into the BenQ, no AV receiver in between, it would probably work. Because the other TV he plugged it into was a 1080p TV, and this is how it's supposed to work. It's supposed to go, I'm plugged into a 1080p TV right now. I recognize that during the handshake. I'm not going to ever give you 4K. I'm not going to ever give you HDR, but I'm going to downgrade it myself, limit myself to 1080p, and that's what the Chromecast Ultra will feed. So somewhere what's going on here is the Marantz AV7702 Mark II, every single HDMI input on that AV receiver is HDMI 2.0A with HDCP 2.2 copy protection, every single input on that Marantz. So I believe what's happening here is the Chromecast Ultra is handshaking with the Marantz, and it's going, oh, you're a 4K HDCP 2.2 device. I'm going to start feeding you 4K HDCP 2.2 signals. And then the Marantz is connected to this 1080p BenQ projector, and it says, you're not HDCP 2.2. I can't pass the signal along. Yes. Yeah. Now, ideally, the Chromecast Ultra would see the final device in the chain, the BenQ, and limit itself to 1080p in the first place. But apparently, for whatever reason, it's not doing that. I tried to poke around and see if anyone else has come across this scenario with other devices. Like, let's just say a PlayStation 4 Pro or an Xbox One S or some other device that's a 4K output device. On most other devices, you have the option somewhere in the menu of the source device to select the output resolution, right? Yeah. Somewhere in there, you can say, if this is a computer, for example, you can say...
You think the Chromecast would let you say
but it
what you're hooking it up to.
The Chromecasts don't give you anything. People have talked about resolution settings. If you go into the Chrome browser, you can access the Chromecast settings, but that only applies to things coming from the Chrome browser. It doesn't set it for everything. So I couldn't find a solution for this. I'm really sorry, Jefferson. I couldn't. But the simplest workaround, of course, is to just take your old Generation 1 Chromecast back, connect that to your Marantz, give your wife the new Chromecast Ultra, and then
you may as well.
When you eventually get a projector that's compatible with 4K, you can take the Chromecast Ultra back.
Yeah, sounds like that's just do that because you're not going to be losing anything.
Yeah,
you wouldn't have seen the 4K anyway. So.
But yeah, disappointing because of course the Chromecast Ultra is faster. You know, it's snappier because it's the newer hardware. I get that, but I couldn't find a solution for this. I'm really sorry. This is one case where it would have helped to have one of the other brands of AV receivers where not every HDMI input was HDCP 2.2 and HDMI 2.0A, because on some other brands, you know, only 3 or 4 of the inputs have that highest HDMI spec, and the other ones are back at HDMI 1.4. So
your receiver is at the same time a little too good and a little not good enough at something. It'd be nice if it could talk to the BenQ better and then report back to the Chromecast.
Yeah, but that doesn't happen.
Now I'm a 1080.
If you want to put a $200 HD Fury in line, I guess that's one solution. Seems weird with a Chromecast.
Yeah, just use the old Chromecast for a little longer.
I think so.
Until you get a new projector.
Sorry about that, man. Wish I had a better answer.
I think he'll forgive you.
Want your question answered? Send it to question@avrant.com. This is AVRant.
Now go out and listen to something.